Welcome to LUX Chats. I'm Stevie Mac, and we're here at the Creative Hub in Tullamarine. We've got a great guest on today, Marissa from the Candy Buffet. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Another local Tullamarinian, I think. We
The
call
Tullamarinian.
ourselves
Yes,
a Tullamarinian, yes. Our office is also in Tullamarine.
Well, fantastic. Well, you guys have only just connected recently. You do a bit of networking. You run pretty well a national business. What is the Candy Buffet? What's it do?
Yeah, 14-year-old.
Yeah.
National business, Perth, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne. We do candy buffets, donut walls for majority corporate events.
Yeah.
But we also do personal birthdays and weddings and things like that as well.
I think you've been pretty humble. You've done some high level events, I've heard. You work with some big brands.
Yep.
So let's maybe touch on a couple of the brands if you're allowed to throw their names around.
Yeah.
Well,
this week,
a couple of celebs. Yeah.
This week we have done a donut wall for Amazon.
Yeah.
A donut wall for Visa, a donut wall for the Carlton Football Club. And now it's just starting with Christmas parties. So we actually did our first Christmas party tonight. I don't even remember who the client is, but our first Christmas party starting tonight. So
You're not just a name, you're a number.
I know, I feel really bad. I didn't set it up. So at the moment, it's literally getting set up as we speak. So
I've got a friend of mine, she does gifting hampers,
Yeah.
and I've just seen this warehouse.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, it's just boxes.
Yep.
People packing boxes, getting the addresses right. They must scare the hell out of you. And that's so. I guess, have you ever had a bad event? You ever turned up and you've gone to the wrong address?
No,
or-
you know what
Yeah.
the worst? The
What's
worst is
the worst for
when
you?
we don't know that it's an outside event.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they put a donut wall outside and we're like, ants and things like that. But what we
Yeah.
do is we just make sure that
Well, they
we
do say
get
eat the bugs. Yeah.
No. So we just try and make sure that we get undercover and we are able to perhaps move it out a little bit later and things like that. But I would hate for somebody to think that they're just a number with me because the relationship's over 14 years. I remember people's events that I did 14 years ago and I still have those relationships. So
You're a very likable personality. Like, we've done a fair bit of business.
thanks, Steve.
How do you be everywhere at once, though? You got a couple of staff that are working for you that, Yeah.
We're I hate the word lucky.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we are really lucky because I have two sisters working for me in Sydney. They're twins. Sorry, two twins
perfect.
working for me in Sydney. But
They're not your sisters, though.
They are not my sisters.
Okay, just checking.
Yes,
Yeah.
twins working for me in Sydney, but then their elder sister also works for us as well. So it is really easy to manage great staff like that because they just look after all the logistics. They make it work within themselves. I have one person in Perth, Ricardo, and he's been doing this for, I don't even remember how long. I think the girls in Sydney have been a little bit longer, but Ricardo's probably been for about 5-6 years.
What about down Tassie way? Have you ever gone south? No.
We have had candy buffets and donut walls on the Spirit of Tasmania, and we've travelled to Tasmania, but we don't have an office there.
Okay. What about helicopters, jets? You've been in the air yet?
We haven't done anything in the air. We've done lots of boat parties, especially in Sydney. Lots of boat parties, but not in the air. That's a good one.
I think it's a
2025 goal
I think
for
we
me.
go the only way's up. That's what they say. So
The only way's up.
The only way's up.
All
Let's
right.
make that happen. 2025.
All right, let's do that.
And with your business too, so you've met some great celebrities.
Yeah.
Any weird requests or anything like that? What are you dealing with when you get to the A-listers?
So let me think about it. So I've met personally Oprah. I'm not starstruck by many people. Was a little starstruck when I met Oprah. And I was up on stage at one of her VIP events before her national her national tour. So that was really great. We tour with Pink every time she's in Australia. That's really good, but I haven't met Pink. Katy Perry, we did a candy buffet for her perfume launch, and she loved what we did so much that she actually got us to set it up in her hotel room afterwards. So there have been some really cool stories over the 14 years. The best. I got, I do not want to be on camera. This is not something that I like to do, but I would have loved to have been on Big Brother when I was younger. But I actually got flown to Brisbane to do a candy buffet in Big Brother live whilst it was being recorded. So that 100% was like bucket list.
I think that's absolutely amazing. I think there's, and I'm hearing at the moment, there's a lot more very cool shows coming out in Australia. I heard of can't go too much, but I've heard there's a bit of a sci-fi series coming out. And that's going to be shot all over Australia. That's about as much as I can say on that. But I'm pretty excited to hear about that project. Maybe it might be an introduction there for you.
Thank you.
I don't know if we can do UFO bloody donuts, but I'm sure we can make them up.
There's UFO lollies.
Is there?
There is.
Ah.
The things you learn in a candy store.
Well, I reckon. So I guess why? Like, why candy buffet? Like, at the end of the day, it sounds great, but why a company like that? Obviously, 14 years ago, what happened? Yeah.
I started working for the company.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't actually start the business.
Okay.
Started working there.
Yeah.
I think about 8 years ago, I bought the business.
Yeah.
And it was a really big, I don't want to be the candy lady.
Yeah.
It's never been.
No.
We didn't grow up with lollies.
Yeah.
We never had that, go down to the milk bar and buy, I never experienced that. And I was speaking to my dad and I'm like, I don't want to be the candy lady. And he said, but you've got so much passion for the industry and what you do. He said, it doesn't matter what you're selling. As long as you love the creative process, it's, It
really is about that. And I guess I guess the candy's the product, but just the thought that has to go into it, especially as a unique design. There'll be colour matching, there's theming, that sort of stuff as well.
Corporate brands and things like that,
what about, you've done things at the Open or the football boxes, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I could tell you 1,000 stories.
Well, I'm happy with 14 of them.
Okay, thank you. All right, number one.
Yeah.
So, we're even quoting right now for the Australian Open for next year.
Yeah.
Working with AFL teams this week. We've done awesome things like putting our jars in the cricket commentary boxes, even just for them to nibble at during their present, whilst they're calling the cricket.
It must be pretty cool too when you look on TV and you see, I've actually, that's my lollies.
Yep.
On there. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need the T-shirt.
I know.
You need the T-shirt.
I need my own T-shirt,
Okay, so high level achievement. So you've done a lot of things, okay? You've met your celebrities, you've been starstruck. But what's a high level achievement for you? Okay, so separate to business, separate to whatever. What's something cool that you've done?
Oh, outside of flew to Rome to see my favourite band, Pearl Jam.
Oh, really?
So that was pretty cool.
They just came here, haven't they?
Yeah, I went and saw them last week. Yep.
Fantastic.
I've seen them 15 times.
15 times?
Yep.
Jeez, I think you're like their number one fan.
No, probably not. But yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
I just like to travel the world. It's definitely my why as to why I don't have children.
Yeah.
I don't have children because I want to travel, and my business is, set up in a way that I can travel and work at the same time.
Do you still need your laptop, or can you do it?
Oh yeah, no. I still need my laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goal for 2026 though is to be able to travel for a little bit without having to log in every day.
Oh, and do you have a favourite computer? Like, do you need a decent computer to run this? Or
my Mac.
Yeah.
I won't go anywhere without my Mac.
I'm so torn on Macs. I feel like I have to realise, it's like going, you're an iPhone user.
Yes, I am, yes.
You're an iPhone user?
I am an iPhone user.
Yeah, and then people have Samsung, so I can't even be friends with them. Samsung people. But no,
but then I game
like
on ASUS.
Yeah.
So all my gaming is on my ASUS computer.
What sort of gaming do you do?
A couple of thousand hours of Sims. I am obsessed with the Sims.
I used to play Sims.
Oh, there you go.
Like SimCity.
No, Sims 4.
They're little people that are cruising around.
I just like controlling people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. I didn't even set this podcast up. You made me city. So.
Oh, yeah. Click.
Do you feel... sorry, this is just a fun question here.
We've actually done it, sorry.
Yeah.
Because you just reminded me.
Yeah.
We've done a Sims-themed candy buffet for EA.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I know.
Especially working with brands like Amazon and Sims and all that sort of stuff now.
Yeah.
I kind of look at life sometimes and whether it's simulation, real, etc.
100%.
I know we're playing this, but life is a game.
Yep.
And we get a choice every day to just wake up.
Yep.
And go, who do I want to be today? How do I want to be? Now, most people don't always make that choice.
Yeah.
But do you kind of find that sort of seeps into your thinking sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes you need to Control-Alt-Delete stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
From real life.
Yeah.
And I think that...
Talk to us more about Control-Alt-Delete. What does that mean? So you're just getting rid of shit?
Restart.
Yeah.
Restart,
Yeah.
You Control-Alt-Delete it and it restarts your computer. And sometimes...
It's a good one for today. Control-Alt-Delete. Yeah.
So my mentor, he talks about having a 3-day day.
Yeah.
So, you wake up in the morning and you have your first day. Then you have your second day and you have your third day. So if you have a shit first day.
Yeah.
You go, yep, cool. I can't wait for tomorrow. And tomorrow's
This is
only.
a productivity hack, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're getting 21 days to 7, correct? Yeah. And something I've done.
But it's mindset, yeah?
It's always mindset.
Yeah.
Have you ever done what's called the ultimate day? Do you know what the ultimate day is? Okay.
I've had a few.
So the ultimate day is this. So, and this is my challenge to you.
Yeah.
And love to hear about it next time.
Yeah.
Ultimate day is called this. If you had the perfect day, what does it consist of?
Oh.
You should write that down
All right.
and live that day.
Yeah.
And just go, this day is mine.
Okay.
So I'm waking up, I'm speaking. It's not you're not on deathbed.
Yeah.
You're just going to live the best bloody day of your life.
Yeah.
It is so cool.
I did that for nearly 2 weeks this year.
Yeah.
I woke up in Rome every day on my own.
Yeah.
And I just went for walks every day. It was incredible.
It's like the story of the fisherman. It's just what do you want to do? He goes out and he fishes.
Yep.
Then the guy says, mate, you're catching so many fish, you should get a trawler. And he gets the trawler. Then he goes, you should have a warehouse.
Yeah.
And then he gets really rich and he sells the warehouse and he goes, well, what do you want to do? He goes, I just want to go fishing.
Yeah, I just want to go fishing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, okay.
Fantastic.
I really like that. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, there we go.
Figure out my
enough
ultimate.
on that one. There we go.
Figure out my ultimate.
Well,
day.
I'm doing Control-Alt-Delete.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things I need to
perfect.
forget.
Yep.
All right. Back to Lux.
Yes.
Lux list. This question we asked the audience here. Obviously, love to always hear from the audience if you're watching what their Lux list is. But what's something that's on your list
Yep.
that you want to buy and you want to do and you want to taste?
Okay.
So what's something you want to buy? What's on the Lux list? What's Lux for you?
A Ferrari California.
Perfect. What colour?
Red.
Well, yeah.
Cherry.
You can't have a Ferrari in any other colour, can you? Yeah.
No. A Mont Blanc pen. I have a goal next year.
Yeah.
I can go buy a Mont Blanc pen now. It's not the point.
Yeah.
I have a goal for next year, and my reward will be.
I'm a big believer in no rewards before the hard work.
Yeah.
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 There's so many things I want, but I bought bloody 14 houses in my head as well. But I'm like, it's one thing at a time, and then I'm big on celebration. Do you celebrate your wins?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Really, really passionately at work. We celebrate all of our wins, even down to just ringing a bell when we get a really good sale.
Yeah.
And it's a celebration.
It's a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'll have to
He
have a
rings
look.
the bell.
Yeah.
Drives, I think it's George Costanza nuts. He's ringing the bell every time he gets a sale.
Okay.
And the guy keeps ringing the bell, but he didn't make the sales.
Oh.
So George has obviously gone off his head. He's like, bloody hell, this salesman just be like this guy.
Yeah.
And every time he hears the ding, it's causing him in trigger. It's like trigger points.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, no triggering in our office.
These are real sales.
Yeah. No. These are you get your coffee because you're making your sales. Kind of ding dings. Yeah.
Okay. And any sale you celebrate those, or it's just like a
big ones?
Yeah.
Like the real big ones, the ones that we've put a lot of effort into, the ones that we've gone and presented.
I'm going to add a dinger on this set.
Great.
Yeah. When we get a moment, when we get a really moment like a live the ultimate day or the Control-Alt-Delete, ding.
Ding.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so the Lux list there. So the Ferrari, the Mont Blanc pen, anything else? So you've travelled a bit.
Yes.
Where's another country that's on the list?
I did one night in Croatia.
Yep.
This year, to go and see Andrea Bocelli.
Yeah.
So I'd like to go back to Croatia.
I've heard Croatia is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the 18 hours I spent there was pretty great.
Okay. That's intense. They make movies that go for 18 hours. But
that was me travelling.
Living real life.
Yeah. And then I went to Modena afterwards, and I went and visited all the Ferrari museums and things like that as well. So
have you seen those, and this is just another option for you, but this is with the Ferrari.
Yeah.
You've seen those driving holidays where you get the luxury car and you drive around and you end up at bloody Monaco and you end up on the super yachts?
Okay. Without sounding conceited, I've had those cars available.
Yeah.
And it's not about just being able to drive it.
No.
So for me, I could go and drive a Ferrari now, but that's not what it's about. I love,
It's the feeling.
Yeah.
And it's also where you're driving too. Like I always set destinations every weekend. I'm going here.
Yeah.
And I stop, I explore, and it's just a way to get grounded.
Yeah.
So obviously you're pretty motivated. We'd love to know what's really motivating you to just keep pushing. So obviously 14 years, you're having lots of wins.
Yeah.
But what's that internal energy motivating you?
Yeah, I think definitely. I really love what I do. So that's beside the point. I think my biggest motivation is to be able to live a life of adventure.
Yeah.
So I've really had a big think about this, and I don't ever want to stop working.
Yeah.
That's not my goal. But living a life of adventure where maybe if I am away for 6 months, maybe out of 2 years, right? 6 months and you're what do they say? You're following the sun.
Yeah.
That would be my ultimate.
What's your favourite season?
Oh, summer.
Yeah, summer's great.
Yeah, no, summer.
I used to be a winter
absolutely.
person, and then I'm like, I like daylight savings. I want more sun, and winter's bloody cold.
Yeah.
And I think everyone depends on where you're born. At the end of the day, if you're born in bloody Canada, then they probably just sort of like winter. But following the sun and following your dreams, I don't think enough people do it. And part of those rewards that you're putting together is mini holidays. I'm big on mini breaks, even 4-day weekends, 5-day weekends.
Yep.
And really, you go out, and someone was speaking the other day, they said they were disappointed that the price to go from Melbourne to Sydney, because you actually know that's the busiest travel route in the world, Melbourne to Sydney.
Oh, no, I didn't know the world.
But there's a fact. We'll
Thank
fact
you.
check it, but Melbourne to Sydney. But apparently, say $500, you can go to Bali for next to nothing. You can travel. You can be there in 6 hours.
Yep.
You can actually start living those adventures now, and it doesn't need to be much. And I used to read, I think it was called Choose Your Own Adventure as a kid. That was my thing.
My favourite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. I'm
absolutely.
like, well, what if I would do this one? And then I'm like, I didn't know if you're meant to get to the end of the book or you're just meant to enjoy the book, but I always tried to make it to the last page.
Yep.
And then I realised that story wasn't as good, so you write your own story.
You write your own, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we've done the Lux side there. So I'd love to speak to you about 2026, 2027.
Yes.
Where's Candy Buffet? What are you doing there? What's that look like?
What we're going to be doing is, and it was started this year, we'll be in hotels, we'll be in venues where they're selling us.
Yeah.
So that actually started this year with the Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre.
Yeah.
So they sell our product for us and we deliver.
So I guess what the audience wants to really want to know now and then is how can people help you? That's because introductions is really key.
Yep.
How do people find you?
Yep.
And best way to do some business with you. So I guess here's your chance to give it a plug.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for stylists.
Yes.
So people that want to go out there and set up for us.
Yeah.
At the moment, that's probably my biggest.
Stylists.
That we would love people to be able to execute the events for us.
Yeah.
Where can you find me?
Yeah.
Candy Buffet Co.
Yes.
On all socials.
Yep.
TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything. And last one was?
I think it was maybe, as I said, an adventurous, as effectively a big goal for you guys. So either you're going to do some international stuff or?
No, I have no interest in that, in all honesty.
Yeah.
No.
Good. So you're just going to have the pen, you're going to have the Ferrari, you're still going to be, you're going to be setting up new inspirational things. Diabetics, how do you go with them? Is that hard in your industry or you just...
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
I hope that they appreciate visually what I put together and I hope that they indulge carefully in whatever they would like to indulge in. Because
it's always the charcuterie boards anyway, so you can always...
Correct, yes, my charcuterie boards, they can, yes.
If not, go to the cheese.
Yeah,
which is cool. So honestly, just want to thank you for being such an amazing, fun guest. And we did go on a bit of an adventure on this podcast. So look, guys, I'm the owner of LUX VIP Events. We just connect great businesses. And you've been amazing. So I want to say thanks to Creative Hub, obviously, for putting this together for us. Thanks to guys. The set looks amazing.
So cool.
Her name is Donna. So Donna's made an appearance today.
G'day, Donna.
We gave you the lobster.
Love it.
But the set looks fantastic. It's been a lot of fun. Look forward to seeing you with the goals and can't wait to see you with a new pen in your hand next time you come.